Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? In honor of Mother Wendy. Now, I've been gone for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off, still in my healing process. So, I was like, I have to just take time for me. So, I'm going to do these videos. I don't care how late they are because I'm going to stay on the grid and I'm going to stay on my grind. But this is very late. This is going to be my episode recap of Summer's House, Martha's Vineyard, Black Folks Edition. And it wasn't much to the episode, so, I don't have a whole lot of commentary about it. And of course, by now, you know that this is indeed the season finale. I will say, like I said, it wasn't much to this episode. However, it was disappointing for a finale. I don't think they should have crammed all these episodes together in here. I think they were at least good for another, maybe 3 more episodes. Yeah, I would give them to 12. Yeah, they should have had at least 12. And generously, I would say 15. So the episode opens up and there is Nick and Bria still fussing. Bria is still, let it out. And he reminded her that I am the only one who comes to your aid when you have your little temper tantrums. Correct. And there is innocent Amir. Oh, I am so glad that he is not mad at my girl because it would be a problem. What you gonna do? Huh, Drake Jr.? What exactly are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing but be the Drake Jr. that you are. And I totally feel Nick about his reputation because, I mean, that can wear on you, especially when you know you're innocent of something. And then you have all these people acting as if you have literally done something to them. Can Nick, invade personal space? Yeah. But at the same time, they flirt with him as well. I mean, I'm just saying, this is Giselle Bryant 2024 all over again 2023. She made those accusations against Chris. The door was open. She couldn't really just pinpoint anything that he had done to her, and it made it seem like that he actually had. The insinuation was there because Bria keeps denying that she said anything about him when she was the one who said, if he got into that space and he was really, really drunk, he would screw just about anything. And then Bria has the audacity to say he's defensive because he's guilty. But didn't you just say you didn't say anything? Again, implications do count. And Summer said something profound. You're messing with this man's relationship, and you know that this is something that Jordan and I had already discussed with him, and you both are saying that he didn't touch you, so what's the problem? And poor Nick is like, okay, they messing with my character. I cannot. I mean, people know me. Probably know you to be a good person at that. And then, this episode will be seen, But I think you're vindicated because it is on camera. Preston's like, Bria is a child. I mean, why is she always running? And then we have Simon in bed, and Bria is just standing there talking to him, and he's not paying her any attention because he's about to sleep. So Alex talks to Bria, and it's time to, come to some type of resolution. Everybody at the table is about sleep. But Nick said he's not going to waste any more time or energy on the thing, and they get ready to go to bed, and Preston is having a sneezing fit. What's happening here? Did they get the memo? I don't watch the Caucasian version of Summer House, but Brooke actually swears by it. So, according to her, these people are not having fun. And this is not the way the Summer Houses are supposed to be. Now, Jasmine did say that she regretted that she didn't get to know Nick and Tasha as a couple. This is another episode where Jasmine didn't really bring anything. So it's time for the guests to leave. Goodbye, Simon. Goodbye, Natalie. You and your mess. Why didn't you take Amir with you? I know he's main cast, but he can go. I mean, this man and this woman are the very reasons why this whole situation happened. And Nick is going to let her slide on out with her and her little witch shoes. And too bad she didn't take the little dog too, because she's a witch. And Amir is just her little black cat, I guess. Because it's the only time you can add black and anything with Amir. Because he is definitely not for the people, if you know what I mean. I see what I see. So Alex is about to have another event, and it's called Fill the Space Child. They're going to paint, and he's going to sing some songs. Whoa, that Alex, baby, and that voice. Then they go back to the inside of flashback about how he invited everybody. Well, he didn't invite everybody from the group to his first Fill the Space event, but this time he's going to extend the olive branch and invite the person he's been inside of, aka Summer. This whole episode this season, I have never had a problem with Noelle. Until now. Until she did what she did to Nick. And then, I understand her having a distance with Summer, but as everyone can see, and then Summer did tell her she is going through some things. Now, has Summer pushed me like that? No. I'm talking about getting to a better space with her. I probably would have, backed off of the, keeping her at a distance, because she acted as if she accepted her apology. And like I said, had she pushed me, different story. But just with the conversation and Summer is mellowing out, I think I would have at least, gave her some good energy, good vibes, to let her know that I'm not holding anything against her. That country Noelle, I can trust her as much as I can throw her, and I can't pick up nothing but 30 pounds. So there you go on that. So on the trip to the Fill the Space event, we have Shanice in the car, and all she's talking about, I want some D, I want some D, I want some D, I see, I can't wait till I get home, I see, but girl, you are bothered, remember, by Nick in his hands. What are you doing? Yeah. I ain't saying she no pro or nothing like that, but I'm kind of saying she's pro. I love women who embrace their sexuality, but don't embrace your sexuality and then be the type of person that is uncomfortable, quote unquote, with a man even just... What did Nick do to her? I forgot. Oh, nothing. By the way, there go those ugly ass black and white shoes, and with Bria and her big ass feet. She don't ever need to bring those shoes back to this show again. Oh, we at the event now. And just like he really can sing now. Maybe he should have led the wave song. I know I didn't like Shanice before, but I really don't like her now. I think she is really a buzzkill. If something is not happening, like, where she could pop off and pop her titties out and pop her pee, then it don't interest her. You have to be open-minded. All of you all have different personalities, and you have different things that you vibe with. So you can be open to it, whether it's your thing or not. I'm pretty sure that Alex don't want to go around popping out his pee and shaking his quarter-size booty. You see? That's how things work. That's how the friendships work. It's give and take. Ugh, she makes me sick. Anyway, waves, 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 waves. Waves, 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 waves. Feel the waves. Touch the waves. And press the confessional with the fingers, like Alex. Waves, waves, waves. Now, Jordan, her pain, it can be upside down or sideways. Ooh, she was deep and profound with that one. And Nick's photo was the love that's coming down. So we get to Amir's picture. He wanted to do a memory. And that memory is just a lighthouse. Simple as can be. Just like Drake Jr. would be. No depth at all. Then Summer went too deep. She's swaying back and forth with light. She's going into the light and she's going into the dark. But hey, A for effort for that one. So after the Waves event, Summer comes up with the revelation that she needs to go. So she calls Jordan and Preston up and she lets them know the people that I guess she's supposed to be closest to. She lets them know that she's going to be going with only 2 days left on the trip. I think she should have stuck it out, but she is going through some issues, and sometimes you just don't want to be around people when you're going through some things. And I know personally right now how that could be. Yeah, I mean, people have dragged Jordan about that wig. Honey, I don't know a 27 piece from a 20 piece, but I do know when a wig has worn out its welcome. And that wig on Jordan's head has definitely worn out its welcome. I am so tired of seeing Preston's butt. Is Preston sleeping in thongs? Is that what that is? Ugh. So Nick and Amir go golfing, and neither one of them are very good at it. And the producer asked them, "Why are you taking Nick to golf? Because I'm better than he is." No, I give that to y'all being about the same. And Drake Jr.'s ball landed in the trees, child. The seasoned golfers were cracking up, laughing at Amir and Nick. They gonna look at him back and tell him, "Yeah, y'all can laugh. Yeah, y'all shaming. You should be." So Amir is once again not taking accountability, and he asks Nick, how does Natalie fit into this? Because the girls told him the truth. Duh. It's all Natalie's fault because she's the one who wanted to carry that bone back to Tasia. They were talking, and even though they were talking about Nick, she put herself in the position of wanting Tasia to know. And Amir's, well, she lives by girl code. Yeah, but that was not her business. She don't like the Negro women. So now all of a sudden she is so concerned. No, this is a play, a ploy, a scheme set up by Tide to come to us with the butts. Yeah, because everybody in the Martha's Vineyard universe can see that this woman wants to be on the show.
I think her hands are completely clean, but she isn't the one that's at fault. The girls were planning on saying something to Tasia about Nick, and Natalie wanted to give her a heads up so that way she wasn't caught off guard, and she heard it from a friend. No good deed goes unpunished. I hate this sport.
My brain is fried. I think it's fried. It's not.
So it's time to go to the pool, and now this is where we lose Milo. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this. Nope. pushing right along. The dog got lost. They looked for 30 minutes. They could have left that out. Nobody paid attention to the dog. The dog got out. That's it. That's it. That's all. We find the dog, but he comes running back like the champion that he is, and I think he might have heard her say she was gonna send him to boarding school, and he got a little terrified. Now, how are you gonna send your emotional support pet to boarding school? Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of him being an emotional support pet? Milo gets his own confessional child. So we're all back in the kitchen. The dog is found. Everything is good. So it's Jasmine's turn to do her event, and she wants to do something at the beach. But it comes back up again about this mess that Natalie started. So Bria, in this moment, is my friend. Only in this moment. I forgot to say that Summer made amends before she left with everyone except Noelle. So Nick can't let things go. Amir can't let things go. He wants all the attention on himself and not at the same time, because he wants to bring attention to himself and Natalie so they could be the stars of the show. But at the same time, he wants the girls to stay very, very neutral. And he wants to neutralize them as far as talking about her, when they damn sure have every right to drag that his up. So Amir tells Bria, which he escalated the situation, but he tells Bria, and remember I said Bria was my friend only in this moment. So Bria tells him, "Will you leave me out of you and your girlfriend's mix?" In confessional, Bria is like, we can move on if Nick would just admit that his girlfriend is messy. Indeed. But see, he don't want to do that. Then that way he would have to take some culpability of her actions, because she's not there to quote unquote defend herself. She doesn't have to be there to defend herself at all. Then on top of that, you have Jasmine, who's trying to diffuse the situation, and says, why don't we just count to 10? When she says count to 10, Nick is all looking upside Bria's face. She's like, okay, Urkel, it wasn't me who brought Tasia into the mess. It was his broad. So things get even more heated, and Bria is yelling at Alex. Why I call that boy Alex? Amir. And don't raise your voice at me. He gets real Caucasian in the moment, like he's the victim now. But no. Yeah, your girlfriend made you the victim. And the problem is that everybody let her skate on out the building without taking any accountability of her wrongness in this whole situation. That's where everything got started, because she was determined to insert herself. So Drake Jr. walks out the house, white boy cussing. Jasmine says Minnie Cooper is not happy with this situation. And Jasmine is the voice of reason right there. And that's just that. Rehashing it is not resolving anything. And just so happened that Amir wasn't in the room to hear that. And Preston also has a point. He asked questions, she yelled, and he didn't like the answer to the question. Because he sure did give the correct answers, even though she was yelling. But she answered the questions perfectly. There he is, a victim again. I didn't yell at anyone. What is going on? Why is everybody upset with me? Typical Drake Jr. behavior. In confessional, Alex is, mocking Amir. All I can just hear is him saying, stop yelling at me. I with it right, boy. That was funny. So Shanice and the guys go bike riding, and the rest of the girls stay at the house. And of course, Noelle in her desperation. Where's the best way we can find guys? And that's when Bria, of course, starts to answer. The hotels where the rich men hang out. And then they ask about soulmates. And they come to the realization that you can have more than one. I do believe that you can have more than one soulmate, but this guy, Bria, is talking about living in Tribeca, who's her soulmate, and it ain't Simon now. I bet you any amount of money her soulmate is black. Mm-hmm. And like I said, Jasmine says that you can have more than one as well. I mean, but she don't have the energy to act on it. I really do believe you can, but it was this guy I was dating. He always called me his soulmate, but we never could, get on the same page and make it work. So I don't, well, I take that back. I think my children's dad was my soulmate. According to Bria, you can see somebody getting married, but the person you marry just may not be your soulmate, according to Bria. Now, Preston, it seems that nobody has sense around here. Preston is helping Jasmine move the cooler. But I have been removing that big ass cooler when I was pregnant. No, ma'am. So we made it to dinner, Jasmine dinner finally, and we are going to impersonate our person from the shelves we pick, and then Noelle goes first. She says into a spoon, "I'm a vegan. I don't drink that." Waves, 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 waves. We're talking about Alex. Preston does a perfect impression of when Noelle first got there, and she, yeah, I'm a little blue cheddar. And they was like, yeah, he got Noelle. And nobody would have known who Shanice was by Amir because he's corny. But until he raised his shirt, and of course they knew it was Shanice because Shanice is called Naked Shanice. So Alex does Preston. It's like, are you taking that plate to bed? Ooh, child. And so Bria feels some kind of way because he does that. Ooh, are you going to cry now? You going to go cry now? Because Preston was talking to Bria. And now Bria is in her little fifis as usual. Did I tell y'all that Bria said that she was the least argumentative person in the house? Say what now? Bria does join, pours something in a cup and just looks around and waves her hand. So I guess that's boring Jordan. Because Jordan is, wow. This season, she just, wow. So they open up the floor for reflection. And yes, that's when Bria said that, I just don't like to argue. And then Amir's like, yeah, I apologize. I meant your energy. No, y'all met each other's energy. If you talking about that little argument y'all had in the kitchen. So, Perfect Jasmine says, I would say that I haven't done anything wrong. Because, I just running my head back on the things that I've done, and it's nothing. Yeah. Really? Girl. See, you a low-key dirtbag. Mess starter. But you've done things. You've done things for sure. So, it's how do I learn from my mistakes? That way I can do right. So I'm learning how to do wrong by doing right. And that's how I fix things. Child back. It don't even make sense. Nick wraps it up and says, how can I be better? Alex says he doesn't want to be better. He just wants to be him. The elf boy, so-called deep person that he is. And then Preston does the thing that almost made me all the way fall out with him being my favorite character on this show. He gets his nasty ass in that kitchen and washes a whole sandal off in the kitchen sink. And then niggas like, I know you're not washing that dirty ass sandal off in that kitchen sink. And are the dishes clean? I must have missed that. Clean or dirty, you don't wash your fucking foot sandal that's been all over poo-poo. So yeah, whether you actually step in poo-poo or not, you still stepping in poo-poo in the kitchen sink. Disgusting. So we're on the last day and we're wrapping things up, and Jasmine says it's time to process our friendship. And she is the perfect person to close, but then they all come in and join her. So to wrap things up, Silas makes it, but he doesn't make it to the birth. But Jasmine is extremely happy to see him, and that ends the season, and we're gonna wait for the reunion. Now, Silas, I was happy to see you for once. But I agree with all the other content creators who reviewed this show. I think that scene should have been a little bit longer. What it was like a minute, if that. But anyway, that is the end of Martha's Vineyard Black Folks Edition. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share the video, because what we do over here, sharing is caring. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.